All right, family. I want to say it's great Kuumba to everybody. Man, it was a fad. The week went. I mean, I keep track by the colors and shit like that, and it was just zoomed by. And we are 4 days, exactly 4 days from Kwanzaa. Uh-oh, black signal went out. We got a whole lot of stuff popping off. Family, I had a great time last night. If you check out the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline, I was at a restaurant called Natalie's. Man, man, uh, they the open oven type pizza, the fire. Oh man, it was marvelous. And on top of that, it was jazz night. So well, let me just start at the beginning, and then we'll get into the toast and stuff like that, and I'll let you know why I'm sitting here with my shirt off right now, right? So I'm listening to music, and I some local music. So Storm posted up this young dude named Dre Peace, and I was checking out the music. I said, "Well, damn, let me go back into Storm's timeline and see maybe he announced." When he's going to drop this cut called Rashawn. Now, Rashawn is a track that he's working on with brother Eddie Baird, right? For those that don't know, Eddie Baird is a saxophone player, a phenom. I mean, this dude, Eddie is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? And when I say on that sax, Eddie is unbelievable. So, I've been sending I've been sending I've been sending I've been sending messages to Storm like, man, I want this track, man. I want the track. I want the track. So finally last night I said, man, fuck this. Let me hold 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 your horses. So I called Storm last night. I said, man, let me call Stone. Cause I ain't get no response on the Instagram. I said, man, listen, man, I love the ass shots that you be having on your Instagram. The music you be sharing is hot. Man, when can I get my hands on that Rashawn? Rashawn. He said, man, listen, dude. He told me when it was gonna be coming out. He said, "Man, it will be available by January 15th. We just got some small stuff we got to work on. It's done, but we got something to do." And so we started discussing, and he said, "Oh, by the way, Eddie gonna be playing tonight at Natalie's, and Perez is gonna be there, and it's Jay Gator's birthday." I said, "So hold on. So we got Perez, we got Eddie Baird, we got Jay Gators on the drum. How much it costs? I'll be there." Then he started telling me about his Cerebro, Cerebro Lux. I said, all right, cool. I purchased me some. I said, what better place to try it than on a show, because usually I do it right before the show, but y'all know I like shea butter. And I talk about one of the staples that we need in our community. If we're gonna have a staple, right? One of the major staples. Hold on, hold your horses, hold your horse. If we're gonna have a staple, one of the staples that we could consider would be shea butter. And it just so happened that Storm 9000 produces Cerebro Lux whipped shea butter, right? Go ahead, Sasha Mash. Go buy your merch. Go buy your. They couldn't see you. Come on, so they could see you with your hair done. Go buy your merch. Oh, she got on a Daily Toaster shirt. Okay, cool. All right. She said, go buy your merch. Right, we'll have some available during Kwanzaa. Um, but I don't have my glasses. Gina, can you look in my coat pocket and give me my glasses, please? Yes. All right, so I can read the ingredients. This is shea butter. It's produced It's produced right here in Columbus. Of course, you know the shea butter don't come, but um Storm whips, flips, and ships. You know what I'm saying? He whips it up. Y'all see it? Flips it. You know what I'm saying? Get it out to the public as well as ship it all over the world. Here we go. The shea butter body and hair blend combines the nourishing properties of a balm with the lightness of a mousse. The product gently melts into the skin when applied, leaving skin supple and comfortable. Store at room temperature. Now, this right here costs $10 and is whipped. Now, the benefits of the whipped shea butter is that it's a lot easier to apply. Like sometimes you got to heat it up to melt it. So you got to rub. And what the whipping process does, it makes it easier to apply. And I'm going to demonstrate that real quick. Ingredients are shea butter, organic coconut oil, grapeseed oil, and signature essential oil fragrance. And it's by New Media Institute of America, LLC, Columbus, Ohio, 43215, made in the USA. Cerebrolux, and you go to cerebrolux.com, and it has the signature Storm 9000 mark on there. You see it? Can you see it? That little 9 on there. All right. So, brother doing it, and they also provide a lip balm. And we're gonna work with all that right now. So let me go. Let's go. We testing this live. So I said, there ain't no better place to try it out than on Gye-Nyame Journey, right? So let's do it. Then we get into our song because you know we got to stay moisturized. Ooh, ooh! Look how easy that come out. Ooh, look almost edible, but it say don't eat it. All right, so we're gonna. Now I want to make sure y'all see that I'm all ashy, right? I'm ashy. I want us to see the effects of it. It says it melts right into the skin. Smells good too. All right, we got it on our hands. Let's see. A little bit goes a long way. That's good too. Now let's give it the real test. Let's get it on the face here. See how it feels on the face. Oh, okay. Since I ain't got no mirror, I got to use y'all. All right, cool. Got it. Feel good in the beard. Now let's see how I do on the crown. Okay, I could use this. See, just a little bit more. I like to put a lot in my hair. All right, all right, all right, all right. See how it does on that part. All right, let's see. All right, last part. See how it wear on the chest and the tattoos here. All right, all right, all right. I'm impressed. So we got a new product. I'm gonna be using it. I like to support, you know, whenever I can support my own. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it a good music producer, he know how to create a nice little business there. Cause look at that. Wow. All right, let's do the lip balm. All right, ladies. It's called, it's shea butter. I gotta put my glasses back on. Shouts out to Mr. Navita Nelson. Shea butter, organic coconut oil, grapeseed oil signature. It's called Cerebro Lux. Made by a brother from Columbus. Distributed by a brother in Columbus. Nice product. Now we're about to give it the real test here. I just put it in my hair. Okay, all right, okay. We got that rebellious hair up in here, right? This hair fight back. You can't just comb it. It fights. The struggle is real. All right. So let's go and get started with the show. Gotta put on my beads first. So the show last night, man, was fantastic. I put up a couple of shots of mastery. There's a couple of things up there. I didn't want to put too much up, but I just wanted people to know that something was popping off. And man, Eddie Baird is. I mean, Perez is dope. Eddie Baird. The whole group they had. It was a 5-piece. You had Jay Gitters on the drum. You had Eddie Baird on the sax. You had Perez on the trumpet. And I don't remember the key player. Yeah, I put some in my beard too. Put some in my beard too. Maybe let's put a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more. Just so people can see.
Where's chapstick?
Huh? Right there. You can try it out. Let me know what you think. Got it on the beard. Nice deep. Nice product. Nice product. We're going to work with it for a little while. Lip balm feels good too, but that's not all shea butter. So, all right. So we got dressed together on the journey this morning. You good? Oh man, yeah, but it's good. Me and Clay got to try to get our haircuts tomorrow. All right, let's read.
Bubbly color?
Yeah, I think so. All right, let's see. Put my glasses up. We're about to kick it. All right.
Is this called Careborn?
Huh?
Is this called Careborn?
It's called Cerebral.
Oh.
All right. So here we go, family. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. First off, I want to welcome you to the congregation of Mighty. This is
Gye-Nyame Journey Media.
This is a Heart of a Simple production.
Action.
Wait, hold on. This is the Daily Toast.
Strive to develop your own paradigm.
Mr. Titty.
Drink your water. Come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Breathe, then drink. Get your bottle for that water. Twist the cap to get that water. Lift your glass and pour that water. Let's get some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say lift, pour, then drink. Move your body and get some water. Move your body and get some water. Move your body to drink some water. Just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Man, just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Move your body, get some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. Breathe, live, move, toast. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Take your breath. Take your breath. Take your breath. Move your body. Move your body. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Toast your ancestors. Toast your ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Drink, drink, drink. Shouts out to the family. Shouts out, shouts out. Man, it's a great day. It is a great day. So, I do have the lines open. Does anybody that got anything they want to conversate? Now, today, we will be having warrior training. We're going to be having spaghetti. Thanks to Sister Navita. We're going to be having that spaghetti popping off. We're going to have, of course, we're going to have to practice some drills. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to break it all the way back down. You know what I'm saying? We may do some martial arts. We're going to have the workout. We're definitely going to have a discussion. Getting ready for this Kwanzaa season. Man, it's Kwanzaa time, man. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa time. It's Kwanzaa. Cleveland, come here, sir. Where did this come from?
What?
This.
Oh, that's from Mr. Smith. That's an extension for headphones.
Why do you have it?
So I was using it for some headphones. You gotta wear a kid, dude.
Do he know you got this?
Yeah. You can go ask him.
No, yeah, I know. You taking that back today. Oh my God, it's real life up here. Oh, I need a lightning strike because I'm about to knock some. Hey, go get these greens. Bring me them greens over here. Good God Almighty. So, perusing the news yesterday before I went out, and something popped up that caught my interest because I just wanted to look up. I just wanted to look up, see what pops up when I put black on black crime. Black on black crime. You know how they say black on black crime. But then, I said, okay, cool. You type in the term black on black crime, certain shit pop up. So I wanted to know what would pop up if I typed in white on white crime, right? And an article popped up that I wanna kind of share. All right, we got the greens. We're gonna have. I'm understanding that at least on the day that we're doing, we're gonna have the greens. The day of It'll be the day of Nia for Kwanzaa, but it'll be Imani for us. So right now, this is just for my own using right now. Ooh, I think this is basil. I got some basil. Uh, Clea, you know where any of this stuff is?
That look like parsley.
Oh, no, you sure?
Wait,
That ain't parsley.
that is.
Whatever it is, it's gonna get used. But I got these herbs. If I have some enough, I'm bringing it over to the thing for anybody out there that might want to use some herbs. We got herbs and spices, right? Sister Tiffany just walked up to me and gave me a big old bag of greens. I like this stuff here. This stuff stings well. So I think I might have me a nice little steamed salad this morning. But I just wanted to show y'all. We ain't stopped the farming yet. The farm is going all the time. So you know what I need? I need some lentils. I sure would like some lentils this morning. But let me go on and okay. It redirected itself to Gye-Nyame Journey. But I wanted to share one of the articles that I found when I typed in white on white crime. White on white crime. Because motherfuckers always people quick. Welcome to your new inbox. Now you can manage messages, page comments, and Instagram comments all in one place. Okay, get started or whatever. All right. It's taking me where I asked you to take me. I asked for all that. All right, daily toes, boom, boom, boom. All right, now, I mentioned white on white crime and all the, look at this shit here. Now I'm all slow. I can't get to where I'm trying to get to. I got an article I want to share with the family, and all of a sudden, I can't get there. I understand. I just want to go to the Gye-Nyame Journey page. Can you take me there, Facebook? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, here we go right here. Let's click on it and see where we go. All right. But anyway. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. The whole damn thing looked different. I go to my own page. I can't even find my own damn post. What kind of? All right. You know what? I got something for all that shit. Watch this. That people honestly, I mean, maybe people just think
This call is being
my
recorded.
memory is the bomb. Whoever that is, turn your stuff down in the background. It was an article by Vox, white on white crime. White on white. Nope. Oh, okay. Now they're gonna make it hard for me. Okay. White on white crime. Who on the line?
Really on the line.
What's going on?
Okay, can you hear me okay? My headphones are kind of
Yep, I can hear you.
not the greatest. Okay.
Somebody else
So,
on the line.
I lost what you were saying, but you were talking about you said you was watching something you read something on black crime?
No, white on white crime. See, because
white on white crime.
One of the issues that we have a lot of time is when we having discussions about anything in the black. People always screaming black on black crime. Black on black crime. It's y'all that's killing
Mm-hmm.
y'all. But really, when you look at any group, the highest murder rate for any group is within that group.
Right.
People within that group kill people within that group. But the title black on black crime is a unique one because you don't hear yellow on yellow crime, brown on brown
Right.
crime, and or white on white crime, right? But every time there's a discussion, there's a big discussion about black on black crime as if we are the only people where crime exists within our group when we know that shit's not true, right? So I
Right.
just wanted to read the article that was done in 2015, maybe 2014, and white on white murder in America is out of control. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have these discussions, or we don't have the wherewithal to throw this in when motherfuckers bring up black on black crime. But shit, what about white on white crime? You know what I'm saying? Shit, let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about crime. Let's talk about crime, because crime is nothing unique to us. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, we exist in a country that was built upon crime, and we need to keep this. We How can I put it? We got to start developing our talking points so that when we're having discussions with people, especially our own people or other people, well, we can start making them feel uncomfortable and feel stupid about some of the stuff that they bring up in the discussions when they're trying to have it with us. Because it always comes back to black people have to we have to take responsibility for what we are. Which
Right. And
go ahead.
I think also, you know, our young people are molded with these messages going across. And I think if you have time, even today at Warrior Training, I would bring that topic up and have a discussion about the black on black crime and how I'm sure they've heard the term. They probably bought into the propaganda of it all and not even realizing, like you said, well, all races usually perpetrate crimes against one another. And you could bring up about the white on white crime and how white on white murder is at a all time high or whatever. That we don't want our young people to start believing these things as if to say that there's because to me when you say things like that, it's like you're less than other people. Like nobody
Right,
else is doing it. It's
right.
only you niggas over here.
Right, except for us. We the only ones doing it. We the only ones perpetrating on ourselves. And then on top of that, we got um Nick Cannon had a interesting piece on his canon class. For anybody out there that's interested, I would say especially if you got a young person in your life, because they recognize Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon had a class, and he brought on a sister, and basically they broke down that criminology. Now check this shit out. Criminology is the study of black men.
Mm,
Think about that
I
shit.
think I've seen it.
The
Mm,
basis of criminology is the study of the black man. So we have been put in a position in this society where the whole structure or the whole idea of criminality comes from us. The whole science behind what they build upon is built on us. And but then when
mm-hmm.
you look at, like, for example, if you look at a crime, for even, and I find myself doing this, right? And I have to check myself. And if I'm doing it, I know other people doing it. You know what I'm saying? You hear, like, there was recently a young man was murdered on the east side by a police officer. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
And the first thought that came across my mind was, what was that nigga doing? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,
Yeah.
and it's like, boom,
Yeah,
because,
I don't think like that, but I know a lot of us do.
oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I had to catch myself, and I'm sitting up here like, okay, boom, I got to catch myself, because other people's, like, for example, when you look at the way that they discuss white criminals, even when they do mass murders, they start off with a humanizing quality about about the stories. They humanize their
Right.
own, but whenever there's a discussion about us, whether it's a crime being committed or one being perpetrated on us, they always find a way to bring us some negative shit. Even if it ain't on you, like when the little boy climbed up in there and ended up getting that goddamn gorilla killed. I mean, they went through that my little boy's whole family history.
Yeah, went to his father's background and
Right. And the
and
daddy
all
wasn't
that.
even at this goddamn zoo. The daddy wasn't even at the zoo. You know what I'm saying? But they criminalized the little boy. They criminalized and we allow that shit. And and I gotta catch myself because I be falling into that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, we have to be vigilant about this shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
right, since we work with young minds, Tim, I think it's important to bring that to their attention as early as you can, that where they can comprehend that what's going on, so we can so you don't have as much unraveling to do later on. You know, so I
I
think
hear you.
that
Hey,
Y'all got me thinking real deep over here. I'm thinking real deep, Hatem.
oh wait, Shaka, before you go home, man. Check this out. I went to this place called Natalie's last night, and guess who was playing?
I seen it. It
Uh,
was that Perez and
There was
Eddie?
Ferrez, Eddie, Jay Gators was on the drums, and I don't know who the dude was on the bass. Um,
Wait, Jerome Jennings?
I don't know. I mean, I have to go
You
back.
said you
I was,
you said JJ on drums.
Jay Gators was on drums. I went to
Oh,
school with him.
Gators.
Right.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, man, that shit was hot. But go ahead, man.
Man, when was the last time you turned on the news and you heard about midget on midget crime?
Midget on midget crime.
I'm sure it exists.
No, but hold on. See, I started thinking about it. Like, when was the last time you heard about a midget on the news anyway? Like, I mean, man, that society of people have found themselves in a place where they don't have to even exist around us. You notice that? Because they out there, right? You know that
Yeah.
there's a such thing of a midget because we've seen them in our lifetime. But if we didn't see midgets, we treat them like leprechauns. Like it's a figment of our imagination. No, they don't exist. There's little people, and but I mean, but there's one that gets all the roles. Like, I mean, it's one midget in Hollywood that gets all the roles, and you gotta understand that wherever he at, like, I think, man, I don't want to get too deep into like, the superstar life of a midget, but I'm just saying, like, can you
I
imagine
can't.
Nigga, what is you?
the way?
How we get to
Wait, but
midgets,
my
nigga?
whole point is this: is that
John
you
K on
know
here talk about midgets.
This nigga said midget on midget crime. Then this nigga went all the way up to the lifestyle of a luxury midget. Nigga,
The
come on,
lifestyle of the
bring
rich
it
and
around.
midgets and shit.
Bring it around. Come on now, let us all catch up with you, or let us smoke with you. Smoke it. Come on, man, bring it around.
oh man. So all I'm saying is that
This nigga said midget on
if
midget
mid
crime.
if midgets can stay out the news altogether, then why can't we?
Okay, okay.
Wait,
Because they don't feel
wait,
intimidated
hold
by a
on.
midget.
I mean, because you know that if a midget get cheated on, it's probably by another midget. And when it comes down to it, like I bet it's a lot of midgets that get killed just like that for being Jody. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know where else to go with it.
Yeah, you
I mean,
can't. You
I
ain't
don't
got
think
nowhere to
that,
go with
I
it.
see where you're going with it,
I
though.
don't see
I
where
mean,
you
I
going
think
with
with
it.
the midgets, they don't give a damn about no damn midgets. They don't feel intimidated by no midgets. The midgets, in their mind, they don't turn around and see the midgets fucking their wives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody saying once you go midget, you never go back. So no one's saying that. So they don't give a damn about no damn midgets.
Right.
But when it comes to us, I think there's an intimidation thing
Did
there.
you say once you go midget, there's no turning back?
Ain't nobody saying that shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. Once you go midget, you never get with it or whatever. I don't know, but ain't nobody saying that.
Yeah, I mean, but they don't present the threat or the
Right. That's it. They don't present a threat to them.
and I
Why
mean,
not? And here's the point. Here's my point: is that midgets are some strong motherfuckers. Now you got to understand, like a regular person, a midget is like superhuman.
shut up.
All right. So what do you
But
mean?
What?
What do you mean they don't present a threat? Like you get,
they don't
I
present a
don't never
threat
want to get.
because I'll kick a midget's ass. I wish a midget would.
You say
Let me
that.
just tell you right
You say
there.
that, Navita. I'm gonna tell you something. You say that.
I know they strong.
Oh,
I
you
don't
know.
know. I don't know.
My uncle, well, I had an uncle that was a midget, but this is the all jokes aside, the midget thing is like Dr. Francis Cress Wellstein has written. They ain't intimidated by midget penis. They just ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole their
How y'all
whole
get on
obsession
my
with the
Saturday
black man
shows?
and
Y'all
his penis.
fucks
I'm
me up
telling
on
you,
my Saturday. I might
Dr.
have to.
Francis Cress
I
Wellstein
gotta do
wrote about it. You
push-ups.
know it.
Y'all even got me calling it on this Kuumba day. Now I gotta do push-ups because y'all come on my. Oh my, y'all come on. Oh my god, y'all two come on my.
So I don't think that's the midgets. Like I said, ain't nothing. They don't never hear that. Once you go midget, you never go back. They, you know, that
You know
don't.
what
They
I
don't
mean?
hear that. But when they hear that black man stuff, they got the whole piece with
I
the
mean,
black
but
man
what
and the
kind of?
This
penis.
But
society, but
see, if
now,
they
but
had that,
Shaka, Shaka, this society is not built up on midget failure, man. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Their wealth,
but dig
their
this.
wealth is not built upon midget failure. It's built up on our failure.
Because
Or
at the
midget
end of the
success,
day,
or midget success, because how many times has somebody thrived because they had a little dick on the side?
What?
oh,
What? Did this? That? What?
oh, shit.
Lord have mercy. Cleveland. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. I gotta change the
Right.
subject. All right, we gonna talk about rice, because obviously,
Okay, let me wait. So when we're talking about the black on black and the white
right.
crime and all
Check
that,
that rice for
Tim,
me.
I say that dude, I really, and I read that book, Getting Ready. You know what I'm saying? That the elder had written, and I really think it's important that some of these topics, these are topics that our young folks face every day. You can Everybody in our community faces this every day, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to wait
It's done.
till to try to start having these conversations and you be 30 years old trying to have these conversations.
That's true. That's true.
These are conversations that we need to be having right now.
We do have.
With,
We have.
okay, well, I'm saying maybe we can incorporate this like a piece even today because we're there for 4 hours. We just have
Them
a
4 hours go
social
fast.
issues piece, a social issue piece where we talk for 40 minutes about some of the social issues that we're dealing with in the community.
Actually, okay, we'll work it out. Something to happen.
If you don't have time today, you can incorporate it another time.
Well, I
But
mean,
I think some of
we
these
got a whole
social
year. We
issues,
got a whole year. We got a plan for anyway. So it's like, I mean, because I want to do some type of. We have to develop some, because one of the things I want the young people to start getting involved with is the the streaming, the podcasting, the making video type thing, and finding subjects like this to talk about, because we call it Gye-Nyame Journey Media, and you can't have a media company with just one media dude. You know what I'm saying? We got to have
right?
different. Got to have different things going on. This is why I'm talking about the newsletter and being able to one, because first I want to get them open to the fact that there's something not right, because a lot of our young people come in. I mean, because Navita, you will be surprised how many young people think they rich. They come from a rich family. You know what I'm saying? People don't really. For we have been lulled. We have allowed our children, as well as a lot of the adults, be lulled into a position of comfort where they honestly don't even understand the situation we are in as a group. So to even go to, I mean, to jump right into that, first we got to get them to recognize certain things. You know what I'm saying? It's something popping off that you're not really even understanding. You know what I'm saying? Our brother Kwame is on. My son Dante is on. What's up, Dante? We are going to be at the. You remember Dante when we go over to the one?
No.
You do remember Dante? I don't. Okay, it's real life here, Gye-Nyame journey.
Well, I'd like to know their opinion of
We can have a
the
conversation.
term black on black crime. I'd like to know from the young people's perspective, what are
Kwame
their
say he a black midget.
opinions?
Kwame,
Probably no different than most of our grown folks, but you know.
who?
Hey, oh, listen. This is some very relevant stuff, man. I just seen the brother. He all right, but the founder of the Black on Black Crime Family organization here in Cleveland, Art McCoy, a little over a month ago. I don't know if y'all familiar with Art McCoy, but he's got a radio show on 1100 AM. Uh, and here in Cleveland, he had established several businesses, including a barbershop, and he cuts hair. Well, apparently, a young 20-year-old didn't like his haircut and beat the bejeebers out of Art McCoy
Wow.
uh, to the point where uh, they had to make sure they could save his eye, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Wait, is this for real? Cause you be coming up with some shit. Is this for real?
what are you saying, Hudson?
Is this
What's
for
going
real?
on?
Who who
What's that
Hello?
sound?
who wrestling in the background? God damn it!
I thought you
Who's
were
what?
shooting up some
Hold on,
kind of a joke.
I had put my phone down in my brassiere. I'll put you on mute. Hold on.
Oh man,
Oh my God! It sound like motherfuckers was wrestling.
I know.
Okay. Uh, hey man, Shaka, is this real, man? Cause you
Hey
be
man, hey man. I almost started singing with, "Oh, we know,
you go-
oh."
uh, hold on. But Dante, we will be meeting over at the school, 3500 Refugee Road at 2 p.m. Hope to see you there. Um, but go ahead, Shaka. So you saying that the founder of the Black on Black Crime Family,
Yes,
okay, cut somebody's hair wrong and they beat him within an inch of his life.
yes.
You gotta wait for the rights. All
You
right.
say what now?
No, and so is he recovering?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him at the grocery store the other day. We chopped it for a moment, and
So
yeah.
what's the
So
Black on Black
he
Crime
back to
Family?
what's that?
What is the Black on Black Crime Family?
Well, I mean, man, I tell you what. If it wasn't for them, then you wouldn't know about half of the murders that's been happening in East Cleveland. And the thing is that forever, the Black on Black Crime Family has been a way to be able to advocate for the families of those who losing their loved ones, and the system not really following up on the shit at all because it on black crime. It's just like, oh, well, he
Is
gone.
is
Well,
it
it's like
right?
they
It's
reading a bunch of huh.
and that was the beginning of the conversation that when you got in, because it's like, oh, it's just natural, it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying, and the police would just
Yeah,
let that shit go, and then when they do catch one or you become a victim, they dig into your background and bring up useless information that that helps to develop an image of criminality for our people. But when they address it and dealing with theirs, man, like if you just go back in the news and just look at how they deal with white mass killers, murderers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Animals,
Yeah.
the way they deal with their own, but then you turn around and look at how they deal with ours on a national level. The shit is
Right.
ridiculous.
I mean, if you look
Right.
even after Hurricane Katrina, if you remember the articles they had on the front of the paper with the black people taking stuff from the store, and they said, people are looting
Looting.
and blah blah blah. Then they showed the white folks coming across the water with a boat full of items that they stole out the store, and they were, doing their best to survive.
Right. But the niggas is looting, right? And it's and
Yep.
it's like we have to start being able see because one of the things we got to get out of the habit of is going into situations and trying to find a way to make everybody feel comfortable. As black people, we have to start being comfortable with making motherfuckers feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because we have had to suffer being uncomfortable uh, for so long. And it's almost like I said, man, I go back, it's almost like we got a Jesus complex. We got to sacrifice and we got to be long suffering and we got to allow ourselves to be crucified for humanity. Fuck that. Fuck that. I got kids and I don't want them coming up with that mind state. You know what I'm saying? I will not allow that. I got between my kids and all the young people, no, we're not on that shit. You know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers trying to take us to a cross, we're trying to take them to a cross. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People need to be held, people need to be uncomfortable in our discussions because we have to have the discussion about race. We got me and we have to have the discussion about what America owes. We got to have those discussions. And we got to start pressing that shit because now man, it's just like if you just look at the descent from our grandparents to our parents to us and now to the generation that we oh Dante, the number is 614
Did anybody catch the piece that Tariq Nasheed did with the white girl dancing in front of the Marcy housing project? She was
Uh-uh.
in front of the big Marcy
Oh,
housing project
I heard
sign.
about that. I heard about that.
He
Using
said
us.
they should have did her like the people did her on North Sentinel Island.
I
As
mean,
soon as she arrived there, they should have North Sentinel Island that ass.
oh no, that was Jesus. That was the mother of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the mind state that we have fallen into, and we allow. I mean, motherfuckers capitalize off of our poverty. You know,
Off of our property, yeah.
off our suffering. You know what I'm saying? She could dance. Look at her, and she in the Marcy
Ooh,
projects.
they was like, ooh, and you hear the brothers in the back, ooh, like she was doing some spectacular shit that we don't see black people do all the time. But when she did it, it was like, ooh,
Ooh,
look at Becky. Becky can move. Becky, ooh, Becky is bad. And she in front of the Marcy Housing Project.
right,
And she
right,
gets to go home to her cushy little crib, wherever she living her life.
right.
That's an insult to us.
Turn
And,
that
and,
down.
and a lot of us don't even understand that that's an insult.
Right. And see, because
They take this shit as a compliment.
it's a
And that's
compliment,
what we
right?
got to get into the mind of these folks.
Oh
I'm like,
man,
do you realize that that's an insult? Y'all looking at this shit like, woo, Becky did her thing. She got the money. You know what I'm saying? She's making fun of y'all because when she go home, she gonna go home and she gonna get in her nice ride and her big crib and her parents probably got a little bit of change
let me tell
and
you,
she
turn it
ain't
down
paying no
again.
attention to none of y'all people suffering in the Marcy
I don't
Housing
care who it
Project.
is. Excuse me, real life here, Gye-Nyame. Let me tell somebody turn something down again.
I don't know. I didn't me, but I'm on my phone. Like, let me put you on mute for a second. I gotta cook.
Okay, get that spaghetti together, man. Listen, family. So, but yeah, and it's and we got to stop allowing a lot of this shit. And it don't even take a lot of us. It only takes a few of us to start really noticing and pointing out some of the fucked up. This is not right. This is not right. You know what I'm saying? This is not right, and be able to have the discussion. You know what I'm saying? And yo, this is why Becky wasn't jamming. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh, somebody is on the line. Who else on the line?
This is Dante.
What's up, Dante?
What's up?
The main library calling me. I wonder what's going on. I got to call on the main library see what they want. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to say, kind of to talk about what she was talking about a little second ago. Is I realized, with especially this generation, we're way too inviting when it comes to our culture and bringing, other cultures into our community. And it's kind of like a white kid can dance. Everybody bigs up that white kid, like, oh yeah, that's my guy. He can dance, and it's like she said, we do the same thing, but just because they're white and they can do it, it's this amazing, miraculous thing. And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm laughing. Go ahead. I hear you. I hear you.
Hey, I want to jump in on that a little bit because the thing is that when you have an urbanized suburbanite, I mean, it's always got a certain. All right, now it qualifies for some pop culture shit, right?
Right.
But
right.
on the flip side of that, let me just mention this because I heard it from some of the elders too. I know an elder who went over to Brazil and was teaching, or was over in Cuba teaching Afro Brazilian drumming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Comes back to the States, and we just, when we get drums, we just want to beat on them. We don't want to go through the whole rudimentary and the whole now. And he also is a I forget how you, but he's a he's an elder of Ifa. So he teaches the spiritual rites as well that come along with the lessons of the drum. The piece is that he don't got no black people that come to him and want to learn and want to study in such a manner. All of his students is the white boys.
Oh yeah.
Is the ones, you understand, the ones that they pay him money for these spiritual lessons. They go through the initiation
all that
to
shit.
learn the drum.
Oh yeah.
All of that.
And the same thing. That's the same thing. The same thing with jazz. The same thing with capoeira. That's the same. It's like because we have been programmed to run from us and run to them without not really realizing what we are giving up or what we are allowing to be, what we are allowing, or better yet, what we are leaving behind. Because we have been taught and we have been, think about this, man. The whole process, the whole raising process, the whole conversation is get out. I mean, that movie, I ain't even seen the movie. You supposed to try to get out. You supposed to escape. Listen, Dante is a witness to this because this was the mindset I was in. Dante had an opportunity at the time when he was young because I was moving to another house. He wanted to go with me, and I'm like, dude, you need to go over here with these people because you need to get out of this, right? It's like we prime our young people to escape something, but you can't escape blackness. And for some reason, we think that we can escape this shit, but we can't.
Well, time out. Because ain't that what our grandparents parents did?
They primed us to get out, to escape, but you can't escape it. There's no escape, and there's really nothing. We're running from ourselves. So now it's just manifested in a way that when I come to you with some traditional knowledge, nigga, that's that black shit. I don't want that. Or it's an automatic gag response. I'm gonna get that shit away from me. You know what I'm saying? We don't even want to embrace our own culture. We don't. You know what I'm saying?
We get embarrassed of our own culture
Oh
because
man,
they've made it
Hey, how many of y'all
shameful.
watch Queen Sugar?
I caught
I'm
a
not
couple
familiar.
episodes. I haven't really watched it too much.
I caught
Man,
one
the
episode.
whole premise of Cream Queen Sugar is dope. Is that a daddy left his son and his two daughters a whole bunch of land that he was raising sugarcane on, and they ain't know that he was suffering and that he ain't even plant nothing for like the past 2 years before he passed away. The piece is that now they inherit this land. It's like the sisters want to sell it. The son wanna keep the legacy alive. You know what I mean? And it just spawned off to some whole dramatic show. But the whole premise, like I say, I mean, when we look at what our grandparents' parents did, and pushed them into uh, schools and pushed them into the city life, we lost a lot of that. We lost that green thumb. We lost that ability to produce
We lost our
the way that
minds.
they.
Shit.
Huh?
We lost our minds.
Oh man,
Yeah,
tell me
it's
about it.
it's it's
We
it's
lost
funny
our
because
mind.
like just even thinking of that, if you think about it, like a lot of young black kids look at that stuff like it's magic. Like it's something that's
Hmm.
not real. Like if and I'm sure how Tim you work with young kids with planning and things like that, but like kids, it's like something so new to them, and it's like I mean it is magic in a sense, but it's it's I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't seem so real. Like anything that's black just seems like it's not real. Doesn't make sense. It's imaginary. It doesn't
It's
help you
not
to move
legit.
forward. Yeah, we give up everything for this illusion of achieving what we think white people have achieved, which is
Right.
the American dream. Which
That's
really the
that's
American
the
dream is really
standard.
just debt.
That's become our standard.
Right. And so debt is really the American dream, in my eyes. And so we think if we can get a car like they can, we get a loan on a car, we get a loan on a house, then we've achieved something. But we've given up everything else, and we don't realize that they're not even happy in that. And on the flip side, like when you talked about um, the Afro Caribbean, I think you said dance or whatever.
Right.
Brazilian.
It's, yeah, the Brazilians. So they're trying to achieve things that we should be trying to achieve. That's part of our culture. It's kind of like reversed in a sense. It's like they like you said, the white guys are coming to the drumming, classes and getting that knowledge when we look at it as something that's not important. And so we're trying to get their culture when they're trying to get ours. I don't know if that makes too much sense, but
Yeah, that make
because
a
I'm
lot of
still working
sense.
it out.
That
But
make a lot of sense.
it's like
I'm
backwards.
it is backwards, and it's like and we have to take. Now that we're adults, we got to look at what's going on, and we got to have these conversations with our young people, because, like you said, I mean,
That's
Right.
you know what I'm saying, have the conversations because there is a value in what we have. There's a value in our
Now let
culture.
me ask you this then, because man, when you said that, I was thinking this. This see the thing that is magic about any relationship is holding something sacred to it, something that we believe and that we trust in,
Right.
and that is what profoundly, uh, um, manifests in honor and the principles that we um, that we maintain. And the piece is that if we have nothing sacred, so you look at that same elder I'm talking about, and of course, this same elder, if he wanted to affect us, he would make himself available at a community college, at a pay of a,
Right.
or some adjunct situation. And if
Right.
not, you don't understand. But the piece is that when you do that, you make yourself available to anybody that just want to get like a quick 3 credits. You know what I mean?
Right.
So to an extent, it that whole sacred nature of what you are presenting becomes washed down and watered down into something that anybody could access. And that's how you get a whole bunch of YouTube geniuses out here. They see something happening and they like, ooh, I know how to do that. They watch somebody for a whole hour describe and break down while they watch them do the technique, and they sit in front of the djembe, and they like, oh, okay, what I'm gonna do is perform cuckoo for you. You know,
Right.
Right, right.
you know what I mean? Because I done learned the shit. I done learned the shit off of YouTube. I done seen the black people do it at the Kwanzaa celebration. I'm gonna do this cuckoo thing, and then I seen this one weird dude. I think his name was Allende. Do this one solo thing, and I'm gonna do it just like he did because I practiced it day in day out for the past 30 days, and I can sound just like him.
You know what though? And now, like you said, that sacred piece, but then also because in a realistic sense, what you're talking about is, in a sense, there's an agenda that guides, and then there's a sacredness that's held to that agenda, and there is consequences. I remember we had a brother that just used to chill with Allende. I mean, he chilled with us, and he just picked up a djembe and started playing. And one day he was because Allende was living with another drummer at the time, and he popped up over the crib with a drum, and the African looked at him and said, "Hey, that's your drum." He said, "Yeah." He said, "Go play it." So homeboy started playing the drum, and the African brother walked up to him and snatched the drum and said, "Who drum is this? Who drum is this? Stop playing." He said, "That's my no, that's not your drum. That's not your drum, because you don't know how to play. That's not your drum." You know what I'm saying? And it's like there is no consequences because I could do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to black people, I mean, everybody, like, because I remember, and I say this all the time, that everybody got upset with Jay-Z because he wore a Aleister Crowley statement on his shirt saying "Do as thou wilt." You know what I'm saying? That's the total of the law. But black folks live "Do as thou wilt." But you mad at Jay-Z for wearing a motherfucking shirt that say the shit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because when you really look at it, if everybody's able to do what they want to do, what is sacred? The whole sense of sacredness has been taken away from us. If you ask 40 million black people what black people should be moving towards, you're gonna get 40 million different answers and shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, boom, there's no agenda. And as you said, there's nothing that we hold sacred anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything is, anybody can get in there, anybody get it, because like you say, you get it off of YouTube. And that right there is a danger in itself. You know what I'm saying? That's a danger because that's how can you hold a culture? How can you really have a culture if nothing is sacred? I could just get up and I could walk away and I could do whatever the fuck I want to when I want to because I said I could do it. How can you hold that? I mean, how can you hold a culture together like that? How can you hold people together like that? How can
Hey,
you
you know what? I blame Terry McMillan.
Oh Lord. Well,
Not really, not really. I'm just saying
I,
that, it, and I know she ain't had nothing to do with this,
But yes, she
but
did. Yes, she did. Her, I mean that whole we got whole generations. We got a in a sense, if you wanted to be a conspiracy theorist, you could find many different people that added to this. You understand? It's the whole mind state that was pushed into us through media. This whole mind,
of course.
it was pushed on us.
man, when you look at the whole spectrum of what Angela Bassett has played in Hollywood as a strong black woman, right? And you look at the role she played, like Tina Turner getting her ass beat. Now, here's the piece about that, and here's the science in it: is that when you watch What's Love Got to Do with It, What's Love Got to Do with It teaches the young people the cycle of abuse as pertaining to you. Like they don't it goes into the whole piece where so what happens is that you and I've experienced it. You have women who will place themselves in that in that cycle in a sense just to be able to get to the healing part, to know that doing the chants and all of that. Excuse me. But I've seen it. I've experienced it. I've had to step out of that state of illusion because I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's a behavior that's trained through that type of movie where you see a woman that now I identify it. She getting her ass beat. How does she come out of it? And it's like, all right, now she started fighting back, and now she's doing the Buddhist thing. You know what I mean? I didn't see women just put themselves through it because it's what they know.
And then also, if you add on soap operas, TV show, it is a mass programming that has fucked us up. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like anything goes. So, and then on top of that, she was saved by the Buddhists, not by plugging into our culture, but plugging into the Asian culture. You see, it's like boom, you get saved. It's always when you look at what saves us is
Damn, that's deep. I ain't even thinking that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought, yes, the Asian culture.
When
You know, go reggae, hold herself to life.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like we don't have nothing but, how can I put it? We offer the world stuff and we say, hey, just accept us. You can have this. From the music to the break, there's just we open up to America and we sacrifice our very souls, and they still have not done right by us.
Still, what the video the young man made? Childish Gambino, This Is America.
This is America.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This is America.
All they do is they give you this is, and I talk to my kids about this, but they create these rules and sets of things like if you just do this is how you can be accepted. And then we've done it time and time again, and we're still not accepted. They just change the rules.
Still not accepted.
They just change the rules.
When was the last? When the last time you heard, hey, if you cut your hair, you might get a decent job?
Right. It don't matter. But then they walk in with blue hair, standing at this tip, and it's okay. And it's funny because like I have one of my mentors, she's white, and we were talking about like, which we were talking about like black culture and just like, the hiring process and the names that, we give our kids. And the conversation kind of went like, kind of like what you would expect. She was just saying, she's like, yeah, but just some of the names that, people, name their kids, it kind of makes it hard. And I was like, yeah, but see, that's the thing of looking at the naming process through your culture's lens and not our own. So, right, you see the name and you think it's just ridiculous, but it can have a whole lot of meaning. But you wouldn't know. It could have more meaning than your name even has. And so I was like, so we should give that up, something that's part of our culture. And she's like, it's not part of your. She's like, that's not part of your culture. I was like, yes, it is. How are you going to tell me what's part of my culture?
Oh,
so
you just lost a mentor.
Because she white and she said so.
Say it again.
You just lost a mentor.
She white and she said so. That's what that was. But go ahead.
Right. And I was like, and white people give ridiculous names too. And so what I realized is that obviously, they're safe in their culture because their culture is the culture, so to speak, in America. So they can act like they don't have a culture and say, oh, no, it's not. No, it's not a cultural thing. Yeah, because to be American, quote unquote, to be American is to be white or to try to conform to that.
Dante, you hit on a crucial point. Their culture, they have made their culture transcendent, and it's the universal piece, and that's problematic. And when you start calling that out, because I don't know if you heard Sister Navita, there's a term that It's like because I'm white, I say so. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, everything got to be morphed to fit them and make them feel comfortable. And like I said, we are going to have to get comfortable with making them uncomfortable because that's the only way
Right.
you're gonna force them. Because like I said, there's very few things in this world that's ever given. Freedom is definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Money is another
Right.
one. You got to assume or take that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like you have to make people feel because and I noticed the shift because when I first went to Ohio State, motherfuckers used to be uncomfortable around us. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden I'm hearing about brothers getting beat down up on campus and shit. I'm like, yo, that's unacceptable. Hey, we used
Because
to
they was
make
eating all the cereal.
Unacceptable. Now you got, that's what we got to talk to our young folks because now you got this whole acceptance of them calling each other niggas with the white boy calling them niggas. And they don't even understand the different dynamics of
because we all the same. We all the same.
Because
Navita,
because
your
they have a false
struggle,
they have a false
see, you have an issue with your blackness. You're not black, you're a human being, Navita. So it don't matter who calls you a nigger, Navita. It don't
but
matter.
listen, the other thing is a lot of these kids have been set up to believe that if we just keep accepting people into our stuff and our culture, then that's how we're going to get to a better place. And so, without having the context of like when I talk to my kids about them being black, and how everyone's created equal, I don't just have that conversation like everyone's created equal. Everybody should be treated this way or that way. I also preface it with saying, but being black, you're going to be treated in a way, and people are going to see you to not be equal. And so, because of that, this is how you respond to it. But what I've noticed from talking to people is they don't give that part. So, what happens is you have a group of kids that's just living life like everyone's treating each other equal.
That's true.
And it's like that's an illusion. We have so many illusions that are creating that these detrimental situations to a whole generation of kids. I argued with somebody about them saying, "Oh, it's not about race anymore. It's about finance. It's about class." And I was just like, "But do you understand that people use race to put you in a class? Because even you could be middle class black person or upper middle class black person, and they will treat you as lower class as they can." And so,
Hey,
it's crazy, but
heck yeah, hey, but you know what?
So we got to have these conversations with our young folks because I don't think those conversations are being had.
Now, listen, this is what I'm gonna propose because we've been doing these movie nights. We ain't done it on in a long time. Yo, we need to have a conversation about the series Snowfall because that's exactly what we're talking about for real.
The who?
The what?
It's a series called Snowfall. John Singleton produced
about it.
Man, it just ended its second season, and it's the whole story on how oh man,
You talking about that
the
crack
whole
shit?
Noriega, the whole the cocaine and how the cocaine turned into crack and the whole. I mean, man, it's a really really good show. And in terms of being able to take a story, the real live story of what happened, and to be able to put it into a show where it's like you add a little bit of myth to it. You know what I mean? You change the names of some of the people. You tell this person's story a little different, but it's all in the mix. And I think that it's as pivotal for us understanding the transformation of black folk in the 80s. I mean, because when you think about it, and as I grew up in it, I remember the change of when it was like you would straight up if you got your ass beat by your dad, you just got your ass beat and you went to school. You know what I mean? To the point where it's just like, oh, your parents can't touch you no more, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and by the way, you can't say God in school no more. So we're not gonna say this song because it say God.
You can't say God, but you got to stand up for the anthem.
Right.
Mm. Mm. Well, we have a lot of work to do. But family, I'm about to do this toast and get up off of here, get my kids ready, because we got to be up at the school. Um, and but let's go. I'm gonna do the toast. Y'all can stay online if y'all want. We got a little bit more conversation afterwards. That's what you want to do. But now, right now, we about to do the toast. So everybody grab your glass. We done already drunk our water. We're about to move. If anybody has any ancestors that they want to throw on the line right now, you can put it on the timeline. I'm seeing posts from Facebook. I'm seeing posts um, from YouTube. And if you posted it up on what is it, Periscope or Stream.me. I don't even know what Stream.me is, but I got it. But you can post up your ancestor. We will add them to the list. But right now, the list I still haven't seen the book from Kwanzaa, so I'm just hoping that both pages made the list, man. But I'm sure they did, right? Because some of y'all came through and help put the money up for it, so we had enough to do it. So we are straight. Also, family, remember Kwanzaa is next week, and I will be emceeing along with Sister Navita. We will be in the house. Y'all need to come out, support the vendors, support the cultural stabilizing holiday. Stop running from you. God damn it. Stop running from you. And stop using little excuses and shit to run from yourself. You know what I'm saying? Come see your family. Let's have some of our kids get to know each other so that they don't have to be beefing in the goddamn streets. You know what I'm saying? And we need to use these cultural stabilizing holidays to really start building. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that we're gonna make it a mission far as Gye-Nyame Journey this year is at least trying to establish that at least once a month market where everybody could come and you can shop. You can get a table cheap. You know what I'm saying? And we want to fill up the school, you know what I'm saying, with vendors, and people could just walk. The elders could walk and get exercise because the school is a quarter mile around and walking through it is a quarter mile, so we could stretch everything all throughout the hallways, use the gym and the cafeteria. Well, not the cafeteria be for the food though. You know what I'm saying? We could have food vendors and stuff like that, and people could come and actually just spend some time shopping, and we could have a little class or something. But anyway,
You say Kwanzaa at the school?
no, I said a market at the school, but we will be having Kwanzaa at the school on Nia night for Kwanzaa, but for us that's Kuumba Day. So I know that's kind of confusion. I think it's the 30th. I think it's the 30th. We will be having Kwanzaa at Millennium Community School. But what I'm talking about is having a monthly market and maybe expand it beyond that and allow
Well,
the
I
young.
need to know what's happening with it
Huh?
on the 30th.
You say who?
For the 30th.
Oh, I need to know what's happening with it too. It's still we still working on it, man. But you know how I do. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, family, we got to stabilize our culture. So here we go. First, giving honor to the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We lift up our glass and we salute the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. And we say, thank you, Sasha Mosh. From there, we move to the stars of the show, which are our ancestors. I'm going to read the list. Family, look at the list. Look at how it has grown. I remember when it was just a few names. Now it's overwhelming.
That's 1,000,000.
Now ain't quite that many yet, but here we go. The Daily Toast. We gather each day to toast our ancestors to participate. Join us for our live stream at facebook.com/Gye-Nyame Journey or follow Gye-Nyame Journey Podcast on Spreaker.com. Welcome to the Congregation of the Mighty. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown. I appreciate you, though. All right. You see my daughter trying to get in. My daughter trying to get in. Real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Miles Brown, Rep, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie Tilly, George and William Walton, Chris and Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvara Brown. What's the name you want to yell, Sasha? Go ahead.
Gina Gang.
Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Nomo X, and Pat Maya Rod. Go ahead.
I got an ancestor, Uncle Bookie.
Okay, Uncle Bookie, that's good. Go ahead, Sasha. Let's see. Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Normal X, and Pat Maya Rod, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Broford Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Mars, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend J. Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Levita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica, Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Tavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, the Miko Russell, Dilamon Aries, Jean and Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. On to the second page. William Walter West, Nigella Parrish, Elder Basiji Falani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Ines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Elmer Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., William Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, and Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons. They on here twice, so I'm about to take them off this side. Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word II, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson, Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Amina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Roy Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McKay, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hat Senior, Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Nitty Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Kofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Led Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staton, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bette Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Poor, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Dan Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, JaVale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekhar Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Kofer, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. We lift up our glass to all of our ancestors. Man, We got us a list. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Man, we are bonded, family. From there, we move to the present moment. And what's the day? Today is Kuumba. For those that don't know what Kuumba means, Kuumba is creativity. The demonic principle today is order. The color is orange. The Hermetic law is cause and effect. Male name is Kwame. Female name is Ama. So Kwame, it's your day. Kwame, it's your day. It's your day, Ama. It's your day. It's your day. It's your day. It's your day. All right. So family, we lift up our glass for this moment because we know all of our power lies in the moment. If we're going to make any change, it's going to happen in the moment. So we lift up the glass and we salute this moment and we salute our power in it. And we say, Ashe, because we're going to use this moment to lay the foundation for our children and our children's children and our children's children's children on to infinity. And speaking of that, we lift up the glass for them too. We toast them in advance so that they will find us worthy to toast when we become ancestors. We lift up our glass for them and we say Ashe. From their family, we toast all of our relations. We say Ashe. From their family, we move from all of our relations and we move to that selfish toast, that momentary toast where you pause and you think about what it is that you need in your life. And since we got all this energy here, and since you joined us, right, and all this energy is spilling out, right, family, what is it that you need, right? From there, I salute the most beautiful, most powerful, most magnificent, and strong and inspiring individual in the room. I lift up my glass to you, and we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right, I got to make sure my kids, y'all brush your teeth? Mm-hmm. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Y'all put on lotion?
Did you brush your teeth? I told you about that. You better answer them in class today.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I'm on the phone, Ravon.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody who comes to warrior training has brushed their teeth.
Okay. We're going to make sure everybody brush their teeth. So the messages went out. So I'm about to get up off here because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. So,
Oh, you haven't eaten?
no, I haven't eaten yet. Where you find them clothes at?
Your mommy's bed.
Okay. Are you sure those the pants that was on your mama's bed?
I'm sure that this one.
Where's the pants that was on your mama's bed? Them
Okay.
pants don't go
Well, I'm
with
going to
that.
go ahead and go, but
Right, I'm
before
sorry,
I
real
go,
life
I
Gye-Nyame
want
Journey.
to do one suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
That that movie, The First Purge, if you haven't seen it, you need to see it. I think it is a great conversation to be had about that movie, especially with our young folks, and especially one of the things that they touch on is the quote unquote black on black crime and the fallacy of that.
Ooh.
And I really think that this is a movie that we need to see, and it's a movie that our young people will actually watch.
Well, let's do the movie
And
night.
we,
Let's do it on the movie. Why you ain't put those on? Let's do it on the movie night. What we waiting for?
okay. Well, I don't know. A lot of people, when they hear First Purge, they think of the Purge, the series, and how. But this particular
But you know, people come out to
movie,
the movies to support us, not necessarily even to see the movie.
because this movie is a must see for Black folks.
All right, then we must show it. If it's a must see, then we have a responsibility to show it. We just have to put on there because I'm thinking it's rated R, so we need to make sure that families know that it's rated R. And other than that,
Okay.
we show the movie. All right.
All right.
So, all right, family,
Okay.
I want to say peace, and I will see y'all at the Warrior Training.
All
We
right.
are out.
I don't want to go to the Warrior Training.
Why you don't want to go to the Warrior Training, baby?
I already know this movie. It hurts my legs.
It hurts your legs. That's making your legs stronger.
No.
Yeah.
My legs